Hey, what's up everybody? This is Video Direct 10. How you guys doing out there? I have a review for you guys of last night's Raw show. It was a good show. I tell you, it started out with Alberto Del Rio. He's in the ring and he's there to celebrate. He's the champion. He's there to celebrate. And you know, he starts to talk and he's telling everybody how he's the champ, all this other stuff, and out walks John Cena. He's out in the ring. And now he wants to reintroduce himself to Del Rio. I still don't like John Cena as much. I mean, a lot of people seem to be liking him more now because he seems to be getting a lot better in the ring. But I don't like John Cena. Anyway, that's me. So he's out there wanting to reintroduce himself, to Del Rio. Then out walks CM Punk. CM Punk's got a lot on his mind about this whole texting thing that happened between Triple H and Kevin Nash, all this other stuff. Anyway, so out walks Triple H. And he says that Punk and Cena will have a match tonight. They're going to fight tonight. That'll be the main event. And the winner of that match, will face Del Rio at Night of Champions, which is about 4 weeks away. Can't wait to see that pay-per-view. So now we go to a commercial. We come back. We have John Morrison match with Del Rio. That's who Del Rio's fighting tonight. And in the beginning, Triple H, when he walked out to the ring to Del Rio and CM Punk and John Cena, he told them, he said, don't think I'm going to shake your hand or why are you smiling or something like that, Del Rio, because you're going to have a match tonight. You're going to defend it, fight. You're going to have to fight tonight. And so he wrestles Morrison. Del Rio wrestles Morrison. It was a great match. I thought John Morrison's doing a lot of these high-flying moves, all this other crazy stuff he does. Starship Pain, all that stuff. It was a good match, like I said, and he continues to work on John Morrison's arm in the end. Outside of the ring, he's working on that arm. He just doesn't really go. He wants to break his arm, Well, he's been doing that lately. So that was a good match. We have another break, and we come back, and we have Eve versus Brie Bella for the Divas match. And I wanted to see Kelly win, but she didn't wrestle. But Eve wins the match. It was a great match between the Divas. I'm not a big fan of Eve. She's in the ring, just not that great to me. That's the way I feel. I mean, you guys, I hope you don't get upset at me about that. There may be a lot of Eve fans out there, but I'm not one of them. So after the match, you have the Divas of Doom will come out. If you don't know who they are, that is Beth Phoenix and Natalya. They come out and they're clapping, congratulating, just clapping. And so we're pretty much going to expect the Divas of Doom to be wrestling, probably Kelly and Eve soon. Who knows? So we have a break, we come back, and there we have Jack Swagger versus Alex Riley. Now, if you don't know, Jack Swagger wanted Vicky Guerrero to be basically his manager. So Vicky came out and introduced him as her new client, and out walks Jack Swagger, and he walks with Vicky down to the ring. And to me, Jack Swagger looked goofy walking down the ring. He's like walking like this with her. I don't know. That was just kind of corny. But I like Alex Riley a lot. He won the match. That's what I wanted to happen. Alex Riley needs to get a big push, and I think he's getting a big push. I hope he really does a lot, works hard in WWE because I think he's a good wrestler. I used to not like him, but now I do. Then we see Triple H backstage, and he's talking on the phone to God, who only knows who he's talking to. And we have another commercial break. We come back, and Triple H he's in the ring, and he wants to call out Kevin Nash, who's there at Raw. He calls out Nash. And Triple H, they're in the ring, and he tells Nash that, he says, listen, man, you don't work here. You can't wrestle. You can't fight CM Punk. So Kevin Nash wants to fight Punk, no matter what. He says, you can't wrestle him here. I don't care if you fight him, but why don't you go across the street and fight him? And he named some place. The show was recorded, it was in Canada last night. He named some place in Canada, right across the street from the arena. So you can go across the street and fight, but you're not going to fight in the ring. And this is one of the highlights of the night to me. Punk comes out, and the past 2 or 3 weeks, it's been the highlight. CM Punk has been the highlight of the show. They're giving him leeway to do things that normally you wouldn't see a wrestler do. He goes out there and he basically wants to know, what I want to know is, I want to know who sent the text. Who sent that text? Who sent the text to Kevin Nash? So we're all just, and he says some stuff to Triple H. He says, did your wife send it? I'm leaning more towards Stephanie. I bet she sent it. And then what was funny, the cool thing what he said was, he says, I bet your wife carries your cell phone around in her purse, along with your balls. And that was funny. That was just funny. I was like, dang, man. But then we go, this is typical CM Punk, I'm loving it. Then we happen to go to another commercial break, and we come back from the break, and we have Otunga McGillicuddy versus Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston. It was a good match. It wasn't my favorite match of the night, but Bourne and Kingston did win. And the tag team between Otunga and McGillicuddy, it's kind of working for me. It's kind of working, but I'm not a fan of them either. But I really hope, and I can't wait to see the tag team division come back and stay in WWE where it should be. So after that match, after Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston win the match, we go to another break, and we come back and we see John Laurinaitis trying to catch up with Triple H in the back, in the back, walking down the hallway, and he says, it's something like, he was telling him that Nash had been in a car accident, because earlier Triple H told him, you gotta leave, can't fight here tonight. So he got mad and basically told Nash told Triple H that, hey, you're not the same anymore, and he left the building. So supposedly when he left, he got in a wreck. That's what they're saying. He got in a wreck, and Triple H says, well, I got to go, or something like that. He asked John Laurinaitis if he can take over. John Laurinaitis says, yes, I can. And you're like, what else is going to happen? I'm thinking about that. What else is going to happen on this show? So they go to a break. We come back, and Santino's walking down to the ring, and he gets ambushed by The Miz and Truth, and they ambush him, and they get in the ring, and they're out there talking. I don't know if I really like the combination of R-Truth and The Miz. Yeah, I don't know if it's really working for me, because that little rap, they did a song at the end. Well, basically, first they're talking about how everything's a conspiracy. Truth's talking to The Miz, and Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, CM Punk, John Cena, Del Rio, it's all a conspiracy. They all sit around a table and they conspire. Think about it. And The Miz says, you're right. And then at the end they go, and everybody's saying, what? And R-Truth saying, well, don't you want me? Don't want me? And that's crazy. And they start doing his little rap at the end, and it just don't work for me, man. It's not, that was just weird. So, after that, you go to another break, and then we come back for the main event. CM Punk versus John Cena. And down at the announcing table, we have John Laurinaitis, and Del Rio is down there watching the match to see who he will face at Night of Champions. It's a great match. A real good match. The matches between CM Punk and John Cena are really good. They're really good. They really know how to put on a match, and that's awesome stuff, man. And I tell you, what happened next was what's even stranger to me and a lot of other people. So you remember how I said Kevin Nash was in a car accident? Well, the thing is, he happened to walk down the ramp. He just walked down the ramp, and what I do not, and I'm sorry for this, guys, I can't remember exactly what he told Punk, but it confused Punk, and Punk lost the match to John Cena. What the heck does that mean? What something's going on here. Something is, going on. We don't know what, but something is going on. Now, what I like about the WWE and Raw, the Raw brand as of late, is the fact that they are putting these stories together that are making us wonder what's going on. Now, I'm kind of figuring out what's happening now. I think, as you probably remember, last Monday's Raw, we saw John Laurinaitis meet with, he told Kevin Nash to come into my office. Who knows why? And that's where they left off. Basically, we didn't know what was going on. Why was he calling him in there to talk to him? So, what it looks like to me is John Laurinaitis made up the story that Kevin Nash was in a wreck just to get Triple H out of the building so Kevin Nash could get back in and disrupt the match the way he did. That's what it looks like. I believe John Laurinaitis is in on this whole thing more than a lot of you may think. People are saying that is Triple H and Kevin Nash, are they putting the clique back together? Is X-Pac coming back? Is he behind it all? Is Stephanie McMahon the one that's writing these texts? Is she the real COO? Which I think she is. I don't know. That kind of rhymed, didn't it? But I don't know what's going on. But I tell you what, last night after when Raw went up there, it left us again wondering what's going on. I like the show wasn't as good as last week, but hey, it was a good show. It left us wondering what's happening next. Kevin Nash is not in a wreck, so it looks like John Laurinaitis has this thing all set up. I think he's in on it a lot. Now, that's my review. I know it was kind of long, but hey, I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys subscribing, rating, and commenting on my videos. I thank you for taking the time to watch this. I will try to watch. I told you last week I'd watch Friday Night SmackDown, but I didn't because I wasn't able to. But I will watch it this Friday night. I'll try my best, and I will put a review out there on Saturday for you guys. So I do appreciate you watching my videos, and this is Video Direct 10. We'll talk to you later. Peace.